Here we go, everybody. It's Underdog time. Welcome to Fantasy Endgame. I'm Pierre, and we're going to do a draft just like we've been doing pretty much every week since middle of the season. You guys know, if you're loyal viewers of Fantasy Endgame, we've been partnered with Underdog. Very proud of that because it's a great site, and that's why we want everyone else to get in on it and use it, because you'll find out it's a great way to stay in the game. Look, fantasy playoffs underway. Some of you hopefully we'll be taking home championships, but guarantee it can't be all of us. That's just how it works. I got plenty of leagues I'm in. I know I'm not going to win them all. In fact, not even half. That's just how it is. All right. But with Underdog, you get to draft every single week. And we're doing right now, we're going to do a week 16 draft. And so I'll explain for those who are new and haven't done it before how it works, what it is. And of course, if you want to get in on it, you got to sign up for Underdog. So let's start with that. You see information right there in the description below. It's promo code ENDGAME. So you just download the app, Underdog Fantasy, or you click on that link that's in the description and it takes you there. Sign up, use the code. It gets you the deposit match. So we talked about all the time. And you always get a free pick'em, new customer special. It was Matt Stafford last night, just getting 1 yard. This week, it's, I think, Lamar Jackson again, just getting 1 yard. Actually, it changes. Sometimes the specials change from region to region, depending where you are. Doesn't matter. The point is, you sign up, you get something free. And we're going to do, some of our favorite picks we talk about all the time. So they also have these drafts, which some people don't realize because we talk about the pickups. You hear talk about it, and you'll see favorite picks and lines and things. But the drafts are really a fun way to get involved each and every week, starting with a new team who you like this week. Maybe you don't have your favorite boom picks, your guys who think you're going to go off this week. You don't have them on your fantasy team, but you can have them on your team if you do this. And the difference between Underdog and a lot of those other sites that maybe have been around longer, maybe have bigger names, have more money, whatever, win these $1 million contests, you're not going to win. Let me just tell you, you're not going to win because you're competing against millions of other people and guys who have bankrolls and who are entering thousands of lineups in the same contest. They have bots working for them. You're probably not going to win anything. And trust me, I've been there. I've done it. I've done those contests and those sites for fun. It's like, oh, maybe I know what I'm doing. I'll build the greatest lineup, and I have this sleeper that nobody else knows. Somebody has already done that, and they've calculated every possibility. You don't win those big contests, but an Underdog, you actually can win. That's why I like it. That's why we use it, and that's why we decided to partner with them. So all that said, we're going to do a little contest here, and I'm going to post the link right now. So there it is. Check in the comments right now if you want to get in on it and draft with everybody else online. Draft with our endgame community, including me. There it is. That is the link. Just click on it. Get straight there. So give some time for y'all to sign up. And of course, some time for people who are new to Underdog to make their accounts. It really doesn't take that long. And again, as soon as you sign up, you make your account, you do get that deposit match 100%, dollar for dollar, up to $100. So there you go. It's worth it because you're basically already playing with house money from the beginning. Whatever you sign up and you deposit there up to $100 limit, they're going to match it. All right. So let me talk about this draft. And I know we have some questions. Some people want to talk about week 16, the Sunday. Yes, we will still do our regular start sit show tomorrow, even though we've got Saturday games. Don't worry. We'll be doing that before the game, 3 hours beforehand, like usual. We'll do it again on Sunday. We'll answer some of these questions. Of course, you guys are on here. But let me explain how this works. So for those who don't know, let me go ahead and share. And by the way, bear with me because I got a new laptop. I'm not a Mac person. I haven't been a Mac person for my entire life, and now all of a sudden I am a Mac person. That's a long story. But anyways, I'm trying to get it so I can share the screen and not get locked out here because the browser is not as easy to use. I'll just say this. Okay. So let me show you the Underdog screen. Don't freak out if it does a weird thing for a second. Okay, there we go. Hopefully everyone's seeing what I'm wanting to show you. It's this. All right, so this is our draft. It's a 10-person draft right now. Besides me, we got 4 people in there, and so we're not quite half full. So let's get it full. Everyone join in, and you can draft for this week. Now, let me show you the rules. I picked a 10-person draft. You can do any size. You can make it smaller. You can make it bigger, not too big, because this is only for this week. But this is the main slate for week 16. Again, this is just the Sunday games, not the night game, the Sunday day games. And it doesn't include Monday Night Football, and it doesn't include Saturday football. So that's a different thing. There's going to be a lot of games actually off the board here because we got 2 Saturday games this week and more than 1 Monday game Sunday night. So it does not include all the players on all the games. So just beware. And it does show you which games are included. So for this one, Seattle, Tennessee, Indy, Atlanta, Cleveland, Houston, Green Bay, Carolina, Washington, Jets, all the exciting ones, Detroit, Minnesota, Jacksonville, Tampa Bay, Arizona, Chicago, and then Dallas, Miami. So thankfully that game's in there. So again, just Sunday early and afternoon games, not any of the night games or Monday or Saturday. So what this is a 6-round draft. Here are the roster specifications, just so you know, it's very important. 1 quarterback, 1 running back, 2 receivers, a tight end, and 1 flex. That's it. You're picking 6 players, the 6 that you think are going to be the best for this week out of those games. All right, so it's like a little mini best ball draft. This is half PPR. So if you look at the scoring, half of a point per reception. Everything else is pretty much standard. So nothing unusual here. 4-point passing touchdown. So the scoring is your typical half PPR. Only 6 people on the team. And then it's only for those games. That's it. We're going to have 10 people drafting, 6 rounds, 30-second clock. It goes quick. It's easy. It's fun. You like drafting. I mean, drafting is pretty much the best part of the season, in my opinion, because, after the draft is done, then you have to, see your guys get injured and play the waiver wire and make start-sit decisions and all those things that are agonizing. There's nothing agonizing about the draft. So many players you want to draft. You just get to pick the players you like. So this is the fun part, because before the draft, everybody's team is amazing and you love your team. So get in there, draft a team you like. This is the layout. I'll show you real quick before I get back to the comments and all that. You'll see they'll kind of rank it in order of the ADP in terms of how it's gone so far. This is just what they have out there. You don't have to go by ADP. You guys know we preach this all the time. You go by your rankings. In this format especially, you want upside. Just pure upside. Because best ball, that's just what matters, right? You don't have to have the best team. You just need to have the highest point total. With only 6 players in your team, you just want the one guy who's going to have that huge week. So you're just going for upside. Now, early on, it's pretty obvious which guys have the most upside. Yeah, Tyreek Hill, assuming he's healthy. CeeDee Lamb, these guys. But it's who gets those late round picks. It's kind of like the Raheem Mosterts of the preseason this year. Who's going to be that guy you pick in round 5, 6 that's going to have 20, 30 points that's going to win you your week. So just go for upside. You can get a 0 in this format with certain players and still win because you need the one guy who could go off. So that's it. That's how we play it. So you can set your queue. You can filter by position. You can add guys to your queue. I'll just go ahead and add Tyreek Hill to my queue. No secret here. CeeDee Lamb. Don't know where I'm going to draft. All right, so we are half full. We need half more. So if you want to get in on this draft against us, me and the Underdog Endgame community here, guys who are on here, hopefully we've got some repeat customers. I know we've had a different winner, I think, every week so far. Boomer won a couple of weeks ago. Let's see, last week, I can't remember. Not remembering Monday night, we always go over the results. Python, I know, is always in here. So try it out. If you haven't yet, it's quick, it's easy, it's fun. All right, so once this league is full, then we're going to start drafting, and that's it. It's go time. And I'm just going to show the draft board, and that's it. All right, so in the meantime, let's go ahead and get to some comments and questions because you guys are, while you're waiting, hopefully that all came out good. Everyone see that okay? Yeah. Says the link sends you to the wrong page. Okay, well, we got a couple more people just joined. Let me try it again. Pedro here. Try it one more time. Yeah, I think the link must be working okay because we already are almost full. So, Pedro, try it again. Good. Yeah, I'm glad it's working. Just make sure the screen share is working. All right, so in the meantime, we need just 3 more. Let's do questions. Rusty Shackelford, what's up? Add Chandler, subtract Moss, definitely. Let's see, starting Josh Allen, Adams, Pittman, Bijan. Pittman cleared, that's a nice thing. Chandler, Laporta, Higgins, okay, on the bench, Eckler, Aaron Jones, Connor, Jason. Man, you got some good running backs here. So Chandler starting over those guys. All right, that's going to be the question. Adams and Pittman, yeah, solid. Sutton's fine, but I'm not starting over those guys. All right, so here we go. Am I starting Bijan? Yes. Am I starting Chandler over Eckler? I am. I'm starting Chandler over Eckler. Am I starting Chandler over Aaron Jones? Aaron Jones gets Carolina Panthers, but I think I would go Chandler over Aaron Jones because we know that Aaron Jones has some risk. He definitely has some risk. The Panthers, you know, for as bad as they've been less horrendous against the run lately, for what that's worth. I think I'm going to have to go Chandler over Aaron Jones. Am I going Chandler over Connor? I like Connor a little bit better, Rusty, because Connor, you see, has been beast mode the last 2 weeks. I was concerned because he had not been as effective since returning from injury and with the Kyler Murray offense. Marquise Brown's still not practicing. Doesn't look like he'll play, and even so, he's left early, twice in the last 3 games. He's not right. He's not going to play, I'm guessing. Connor's been getting the usage. He's been good. And talking about what I just said since returning from injury, he had actually been good in terms of rushing average. He just hadn't been getting as much usage. But, man, he's been really good the last 2 weeks, and that was against 49ers. He was good. Pittsburgh, he's not, a pushover in defense. So I'm going to go Connor. I think he's just got a huge upside in this matchup. Chandler is solid, but I'm going to prefer Connor. Everything else is good. And that's it. Happy holidays. All right, what's up, Spearsy? London, Chandler, Flowers, or Nico? Okay, so Nico sounds like trending towards playing, but of course that's still up in the air. But he's got Case Keenum. He's got a terrible matchup. I'm not going Flowers. I'm going to tell you it's either London for some upside because I did pick London to boom, and I explained why in that video. Even with Heineke, I think I mentioned Ritter because just assumed Ritter was starting. I don't feel worse about Heineke than I do about Ritter. So I think I would pick London if you want the upside, Chandler if you want the floor. Chandler is solid. It is a much tougher matchup for Chandler. That's the thing, Rusty, you too. Going against the Lions, that run defense far tougher. So Chandler's still solid. Probably the safer. Well, I know he's a safer play here, but again, if you feel like you need that big game, you could go London. All right, then we've got to get to Marcus. Marcus, he always shares his roster on the Discord. He's got these crazy bonuses in this league, and he happens to have the most amazing roster ever, as you can see. Except Eckler now doesn't look playable. Achane is super risky. At least JT is back. So let's see. You need an RB2. I'm pretty sure you have CMC, who in this format gets 800 points a week. And then you need 2 receivers, a tight end, and a flex. I'm going to say it's not Eckler, especially these bonuses he's not going to hit. He's just hoping for touchdowns. Achane too risky here. It's point per carry, and so Monty has been a stud in this format. But I gotta wonder if Zeke maybe has more upside this week because it is the Broncos. So it's close between Monty and Zeke here. It's full PPR and point per carry. And there's bonus for those big. I don't think either guy. Well, I know Zeke's not getting those 40+ yard runs. I guess Monty has a slightly better chance to hit that long run bonus if you're looking for that. Monty probably a little bit safer than Zeke, even DeMondre. He's not going to play. So I'd slightly lean Monty. And JT sounds like he's playing, but we don't know how many carries he's going to get. So I'm going to hold off for now. Right now, I'll say Monty in this format so you don't have to sweat it. And then 2 receivers. Got to go Amon-Ra and AJB. I know it's crazy to not put Tyreek in there, but I'm not sure if he's 100% healthy. Maybe we'll flex him. Let's see. Tight end. Man, this is what I'm talking about. Anyone who hasn't seen Marcus's team before, you see these choices he has. He is Kelsey or Laporta. If it's me, I'm still going Kelsey. I just am. If he's healthy, I'm going Kelsey. And then it's got to be the Bills defense. Flex, I would say probably go for Tyreek. Sounds like he is going to play. I'm okay going with Tyreek. Good luck. All right. What's up, Chris? All in. By the way, guys, we are almost full. We only need 2 more. If you're still waiting, you're not sure about the draft, need 2 more people. Click that link that's in the comment there. Join in. It's $3. $3. You could actually win money too. By the way, you don't just win fame and glory for winning the best ball league of our endgame Underdog Week 16 league. You actually win a little bit of money, $18. Not bad for a $3 entry. So it's fun. All right, so Chris, let's see. Kraft, Freiermuth, Auden, or Henry? Well, I know that Chris is in on Freiermuth if he's playing, which it sounds like he's good to go because of the matchup. But we're trusting Mason Rudolph here. I just don't think I could do it. I would tell you that Hunter Henry would be my favorite if he's good. It's just the questionable mark because of his injury, and he's been limited in practice. I don't remember what the final word is on him. I know it should be out soon. If it isn't already, I'll check it out probably a little bit later. If Hunter Henry is in and he's full go, I think he's my favorite pick. And if not, I would go Tucker Kraft. Top 5 kicker of the week. You're asking for a streaming kicker? Because then it's a whole different thing. I don't even know who might be available in your league. Like, are you asking who the top 5 overall kickers are? In that case, I'm going to go Brandon Aubrey and probably Butker. And then, let's see, how many other kickers? Justin Tucker hasn't been himself. I'll still go Tucker. Younghoe Koo, he's at home. I think Jake Moody. That game could wind up being some field goal back and forth. So I guess top 5 kickers, that'll be it. All right, Dan. What's up, Dan? Fuller, Mullins, or Flacco if Lawrence doesn't play? Lawrence trending towards not playing. So definitely have someone on standby. And I said on the waiver video, my favorite was Flacco after Mayfield. I'm assuming Mayfield isn't available, so I'm going Flacco here. Yes, I think you can start JT with chances. Depends what else you got. All right, John. PPR. Bijan and Ty. Wide receivers, let's see. A.J. Brown and Rice, Flex, Addison, Godwin, bench, Walker, Warren, H.N., Zamir White, and Wicks. Well, Walker's another guy now with a shoulder injury. Sounds like he might not play. Warren, sorry, don't want part of that Pittsburgh offense if I don't have to. H.N., I think is still too risky. Zamir White's the guy maybe with Jacobs out, but I'm not all in on him. I think I'd still rather put Ty Chandler. And Wicks is interesting, but I like Addison Godwin better. So I actually think, no, I would not change anything. And you don't have anybody who is in danger of not playing, so actually I think you're good. I think you're good. What's up? You, Bogdan. Noah Brown, Gibson, Josh Palmer, Romeo Dobbs, Quentin Johnson. Gotta pick one this week. Well, it's between Palmer and Noah Brown for me. Dobbs just not been involved, even with injuries, even with opportunity, even the matchups. It's just not happening for Dobbs. Don't know why. He's just kind of getting faded out. I think Wicks is taking over his spot. Quentin Johnson, I'm never going to be on, and especially with Easton Stick in there. On the other hand, Josh Palmer is pretty much the number one guy there. But it's between him and Brown. I would have felt a lot better about Brown if CJ Stroud was playing. I want to say Brown, but it's I think Brown. I mean, he still does have some upside even with Keenum playing. It's just not a great spot. It's definitely a tough defensive matchup. And then Collins kind of limited, may play. It sounds like it. So I guess I would go Palmer right now because he can always do what he did. Get one of those deep shots, garbage time. So right now I'm leaning Palmer over Brown. And then Love or Lawrence, well, I would say Lawrence if he plays, but right now I would say split Love because it's not looking good for Lawrence. And yeah, I appreciate it. I'm glad you're in some of those leagues with us. Big Luscious, still stressing? You're stressing, what, days ago? You're still stressing. Everyone's saying to Sid Eckler. Yes. If the only person you can start instead of him is Rashawn Johnson, then you can play Eckler. I think it's okay. Yes, both are a gamble, but I think Eckler's still objectively better, and I don't think we can say the Bears' rushing offense is better than the Chargers even. So, yeah, like Rashawn isn't the worst pick, but I would still put Eckler over Rashawn. Yes, both are a gamble. All right, what about this, Dan? Is this different? I guess it's a different question I already did. 12-team, full PPR, Higgins, Barkley, Sutton, or Chandler. RBs are JT and Etienne. My wide receivers are JJ and Locke. All right, that's good. You started Olave, JJ. Yeah, I do still think I would put JT Etienne over those running backs. Barkley, you feel like you should start him, but it is really a tough matchup, and look at last week. I think I'm going to flex Higgins. No Chase. I mean, he's actually getting involved. We've seen a connection with Browning. So I'm going to go Higgins. I'm shooting for upside. It's PPR. It's not like Barkley is catching a bunch of passes to offset the lack of rushing. So all of these guys seem to be solid. I think honestly, out of those four choices, the only one that doesn't feel like he has a good floor is Barkley. He might have the highest ceiling, but I'm going to go Higgins here. All right, about Justin Lamb, half PPR, needs 2, 1, and 1. Addison, Palmer, D-Hop, Jason, Wiggins, Wicks, Warren, H.N., Gibson, and QB, Browning, and Murray, tight end, Schultz. All right, on order backwards here. Tight end. I think I'm going to go Hudson. I think he's a sneaky pick here. Schultz didn't do anything tremendous, with Keenum and with everybody out, basically, other than Noah Brown last week. It's a bad matchup. Don't love Schultz this week. I think Hudson's kind of a sneaky pick here. Getting no chase for them. All right, and then a quarterback, you know what? I'm stacking him with Browning, man. I'm going Browning and Hudson. I know people might think that's a little too far, but Browning's done really well the last couple of weeks, and I'm really scared about Murray here. I really think he could have a rookie. What about, let's see, 2 receivers, 1 running back, and 1 flex. So 1 running back between Warren, Achane, and Gibson. And last week was the week to risk Gibbs, and he was okay. He was just okay. This week against the Jets, these guys are all risky. If you want to roll the dice and try for the big game, it's Achane. Hope he's healthy and gets touches. You want to just take a few points and go home with a safer play, it's Warren. If it's my team, I'm going Achane. And then 2 receivers. I would say 2 receivers in the flex is half PPR, but I don't love running backs enough to flex one. So I would say I would go Addison, Palmer, and Wicks. Because Watson not going to play. Jaden Reed's still iffy. Wicks has been good, and it's not a bad spot at all for him. So I'll go Addison, Palmer, Wicks. There you go. All right, Justin. Hope that helps. That's interesting. So I'm reading Python's comment after Python. Let's say they changed the rules for pick'ems. You can't stack a quarterback and a receiver anymore. That's a bummer. Yeah. All right. Well, there you go. 3 QBs. That's going to be the thing now, right? Maybe we should do it for receivers. Which, by the way, guys, still 2 spots left. We just need 2 more. Come on, get in there. I guess let me post the link one more time. We just need 2 more. Pedro, hopefully you were able to get in there. So there it is. Just put so everyone can see it. All right. So that is the link there. Just go ahead and sorry guys. Okay, so the audio is bad apparently. I'm just now reading this. All right. I'm not sure why. Let me see if I can fix this. Better? Let me know if that's any better. Scratchy image. That's weird. All right, let me see. I'm not sure why. All right, guys, bear with me. Trying to do some tech support here on the fly. See, the problem is because I'm using a different browser, because for some reason, Underdog, I couldn't sign in with the other browser, and it just wasn't letting me show it. I had to show the draft. All right, there we go. All right, appreciate when the chat helping out. I don't know what the deal is, but yeah, figure it out. You know, it's funny you wouldn't know it because Chris and I talk about this all the time. We both actually used to work with technology. I used to be a campus instructional technologist, and he used to do programming. But now we're just like middle-aged dudes who are trying to figure out basic technology. No, it's not that bad, but all right, cool. Here we go. All right, appreciate it, everybody. Let me get back to the let me get back to the chats and try to do as many as we can. We only got one left now. One more spot for the draft, and we will get the draft underway. All right, let me try to get the super chats here at least. Yuya Oda, need help with the roster, standard. You got to play Lamb. I think you got to play Hill. If he plays, sounds like he will. White and Cook, yes. Walker, probably not playing, and even so, he's a no. Ooh, Monty and Gibbs. Okay, so what you're going to do is go Lamb, Hill, White, Cook, and then I would flex his standard. Yeah, so this is good anyways. You want to flex either Monty or Gibbs. I would say in standard, I might... Actually, no, I think either way. I'm actually going to flex Gibbs. I think I'm now Gibbs over Monty. I think he's just getting more run. I think he has more big play ability. He's getting touchdowns on a frequent basis as much as Monty. It's not like, Monty's taken over that role. So I'm going to go Gibbs at the flex. And I think you got to start White and Cook. All right, what else we got? Pedro, did you get in? Hopefully you got in. Got one more spot left, guys. As soon as it starts, we're gonna be going full draft mode. All right, Mo Marley, Purdy or Allen? I think you got to start Allen. I know Purdy's been great, but it's Allen. You got to start Allen. And then pick 2. It's the Chargers too. Pick 2 running backs, 2 receivers in the flex. Swift, Etienne, Chuba, Mostert, Chandler, Diggs, Debo, Sutton, Deontay, Noah Brown. I think you still got to start Mostert. It's Etienne is the one you feel like you should just have to start. But you don't have to start him, especially Trevor Lawrence is out. Am I going to put those guys? Probably going to stick with Etienne here. Go Mostert, Etienne. At receiver, you still got to play Diggs, got to play Debo. And then at the flex, yeah, you definitely want McBride over Likely. Yeah, McBride has to start. Diggs and Debo. I'm going to go Mostert, Etienne, flex. Sutton, or could go Chuba is actually probably a solid bet because going against a really, really bad run defense, he's been getting the volume. I might just go Chuba. And honestly, he has more upside for touchdowns than Swift at this point. Swift is getting vultured. All right, happy. Devontae Smith and McBride. Oh, man. I think I still got to go Devontae Smith. McBride is great. But I think I'm still Devontae Smith against the Giants. Yeah. All right, let's see. Still waiting one more. Going to start any second now. I can feel it. Someone's going to join. All right, let's see. We did this one. Okay, so yeah, happy. I'll still go Devontae Smith. Reese Barracks. PPR, need 3. Singletary, Connor, Noah Brown, Achane, D-Hop. Needs 3 of these. You know I like Connor. I'm picking him. I think Singletary probably is the next, even in PPR, because he's catching some passes, he's getting so many touches. I think I like him better than Brown. Probably then Achane is the third one. D-Hop only seems to really get involved and do something when they're losing, which you would think would happen when they're on the road. Yeah, I'm going to go with Singletary, Connor, Achane. All right, Steven Cotto. Half PPR. Nico, Noah Brown, Reed, Wicks are out. Would you roll Parker, Washington if T-Law plays? All right, so we got a lot of hypotheticals here. I don't I haven't read anything that makes me think T-Law is playing. In fact, it sounds a little discouraging, but probably tonight, maybe even right now while I'm on live here, might get official word. But last I saw, it wasn't looking good. I don't think all of those guys will miss because Nico was back to limited practice. Noah Brown, I don't think is going to miss. He played last week. Reed is iffy, although he's been playing, but this issue keeps cropping up. Wicks is a guy who also was on the injury report last week, but then played a full game. So I don't feel like all of those guys are going to miss, and I don't think I would start them all over Parker Washington. I'm sorry, I wouldn't start Parker Washington over any of them, especially because I don't think T-Law plays. So I guess the answer is no. And if I had to pick between all of those guys, I would say if Jaden Reed plays, I would pick him. If Jaden Reed doesn't play, I'm going to go Wicks. Yeah, no. I don't want to play any of those other guys. I seriously doubt all of those guys miss. So hopefully it doesn't come down to that. That's interesting. My 2 cents. Didn't play Stafford, going Goff. Look, just before getting to the rest of it, I think that's fine. Stafford had been just, pretty much rolling. He's fine, but I get Goff. You don't want to chase last week, but yeah, it's fine. Goff should still be fine. Doing that because the opponent has St. Brown Laporta and you have Laporta, that's interesting. I don't necessarily base my decision on what the opponent has. So not the worst thing, but yeah. All right, Ace Flame, you're next, but the draft is starting. We are full. So sorry, I'm going to have to get back to the comments later. So here goes the screen. Boomer, ready to go. All right, let's get it. Glad the audio got fixed. Let me know if there's any other issues, although I probably won't see it because I'm going to get back to the other screen now. So here we go. All right, I got the 4. Let's get to the draft. All right, Chaz on first. You got the first pick. Let's go. Remember, this is 6 rounds. You need a quarterback, running back, 2 receivers, tight end, and a flex. Not super flex. Tyreek Hill first. I like it. You know what? You might say that's a little risky, but you need the upside. That's it. You're just shooting for the moon here. So if he plays, you think he's going to be involved. Just hope that ankle is good to go. I'm hoping that. All right, Lamb and Jefferson. So do I go with the Sun God? Remember, you're not getting CMC. He's not in this slate. So I might... And do I go running back? I don't think so. I'm going to go for the guy I think is going to have a huge week. I'm going to go DJ Moore. I'm feeling, I don't know why, I'm feeling Chicago is going to just possibly rout Arizona. It's a gut feeling. We'll see if it happens. But that's where I'm going. I'm going for DJ Moore's upside. Now, if one of these players crashes and burns, it's okay. You don't need to have every pick pay off. You just need a couple of huge weeks. All right, Boomer going Rachaad White. Now, let's look at the running backs that are left, and this is okay because only 10 of us are on here drafting, and I don't think I'm going to persuade anybody either way. There's not a lot of great running backs in this slate. If you look, you can't get CMC because, like I said, he's out. The Thursday night game, Monday night game, Sunday night game, all off the board. There's just a lot of the mediocre teams playing here. And there's just not that many great running backs left that are healthy, honestly. JT is on the board. You trust in JT this week? That's the question. How many touches will he get? How effective will he be? Atlanta's actually a tough run defense, too. We've been talking about this. So it might not be a big JT week, but do you really want to trust Breece Hall? Do you want to trust Bijan again? What is the upside for Etienne these days? Really don't know. So this is the call where you try to get a stud at running back, or you just wait and maybe just settle for one running back that you think can get you some points, like some of the guys I've talked about. So I'm not going to reveal my strategy, and I might not get the guy I want. Python is not scared. Brees and HN all upside. Let's go. I like it. This is how you do it, though. This is exactly what you do. You go for the guys that could have that huge play, that huge game. Hey, Brees, I know it's half PPR, but Brees will catch a ton of passes probably, and he can do something without having to really run. You know what I mean? So let's see. Is it Aiden, Matt? Going McBride. That's solid. Get that stud tight end early. Let's look at the tight ends here. Laporta's on the board and Njoku. How is it that it feels like tight ends are deeper than running backs these days? Is it just me? All right, here are the quarterbacks. Again, a lot of the big names are not there. You can't get Lamar Jackson. You can't get even Brock Purdy. Mr. Mike going with Etienne. All right, there goes Laporta, Derek Lamont. Let's see the receivers. This is the only problem with streaming is I can't show you all my queue. I can't make a queue, basically. I mean, I could, but it would pretty much defeat the purpose because y'all would see who I'm taking. All right, DK Metcalf off the board. Let's see here. I think I know which direction I'm going already. I'm up next. Is that Tat Guy? All right, Tat Guy. Let's see what you got. You're gonna snipe me. Nope. All right, went Evans. That's a smart pick. That's probably the best pick there. But my pick is going to be Stack. I'm going to go with my gut. I'm going to Stack. We talk about the QB wide receiver combo. Maybe you can't do it in pick'ems. You can definitely do it in draft, and that's a great idea. You don't have to stack in these kind of drafts, but you know the benefit here, right? If this combo pays off, you already have hit it big. You're almost guaranteed, to have a top 3 finish, regardless of what the rest of your team does. If these two guys finish top 5 of their positions because they had a huge connection. So I'm feeling the Bears this week. I'm going all in. Fields and DJ Moore. Let's go. All right, so now I'm set at quarterback. I got one receiver. I need one more. So now I decide, am I going to go running back? I'm going to go tight end. Now, the good thing with this, also only 10 spots. So you think after those first couple are gone, you only need to go 10 deep. So I know at the very least, if I don't get these guys, I can pick from whoever's left. Do I feel good about whoever's left? I really don't. At tight end, I'm looking at it. And Njoku is gone. Laporta is gone. McBride. Is that it? That's it. Yeah. Because Kelsey's not in play here. Kittle is not in play. Even Likely, who's not a stud, he's not in play. So yeah, it does kind of fall off. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, Dalton Schultz, who I already said I don't like this week. Cade Otton. If I wait too long at tight end, I'm going to be stuck with one of those guys. But I think taking 3 Bears might be a little bit too much. And I'm not taking Evan Ingram yet. So I'll go with a guy I already said might be a good spot here. Let's go with Chuba. RB1, Chuba Hubbard. That's where we're at. Yes, I took him over Derrick Henry. Everyone saw that. Now, I could still flex Derrick Henry. I'm not saying I'm going to. All right. So there goes Ferguson. Let's see. Still some good receivers in the board. Some good value here. Pittman is playing his ADP, I'm sure, and this is where you got to ignore to some extent this ADP. I bet you Pittman's ADP is depressed because people weren't sure if he was going to play. He is cleared now, but with some of these early drafts, that wasn't the case. Godwin feels kind of low there based on how he's been playing against the matchup with Jacksonville. Garrett Wilson, I don't know. That's rolling the dice. Yeah, and then you got your questionables. I'll tell you this, like last week, Terry McLaurin, yeah, paid off huge. That's the kind of player, of course, you want. Good luck finding all those players, but not feeling Terry this week. I can tell you that against the Jets. I think everyone can agree there. This is not the match for him. So who is going to be this week's Terry McLaurin? Man, let's see. I don't know if it's any of these guys. Wish I could say it was Parker Washington, but I'm not feeling it. I do like Drake London this week, but that's not really a deep pick. Dontavian Wicks, I would say, could be a sneaky pick because if Reed doesn't go and he does, but that's the risk. Python definitely not scared. Going with the questionable tag here, Trevor Lawrence. Let's see. Let's see if he plays. Yeah, and so Underdog too, by the way, they give you little news updates. They give you the last 3, all the information you want. So it makes it super easy to pick. And I'm not using the queue, but you can do that. You just star them and then they show up, right? Like this. So let's see. How am I going to start? All right, like these guys, or just the top 3 there. And you can order them. So that makes it very easy. Oh, look, Derrick Henry's still on the board. Yeah, I don't care. Y'all can see my queue right now because I got 3 players and there's only 2 picks ahead of me. So Godwin is gone. Let's see if Boomer takes one of my targets. Did take Pittman. It didn't work. Okay, so I was really hoping somebody would take the bait here and draft Calvin. I don't want Calvin Ridley. And nobody did it. Y'all didn't want to take Ridley. All right, fine. Here we go. In this format, why not? Shoot for the upside. Because, again, he's a guy who can take one play and make it a touchdown or something. Should get a ton of targets. And I was really hoping that would work. Somebody would take Calvin Ridley because he was in the queue. I would have flexed Derrick Henry. I might have flexed Derrick Henry in this format. He's super risky this week, but still. At this point, who isn't? All right, so Chaz, I'll have to turn here. Hey, Seven Rock, Baker Mayfield could be a week winner for you. I said he's my favorite streamer this week. We'll see. That's the kind of pick that could pay off for sure. So in this form, again, I keep saying this, but maybe people haven't done best ball at all, or maybe haven't done these underdog drafts, these weekly drafts. Floor almost doesn't matter. You really don't care. If a guy gets you a few points for sure, so what? Those few points don't help you beat the competition. They really don't. You don't care about floor. It's just pure upside. Just go for the upside. So, yeah, go for these guys. Goff definitely has a ceiling. Connor, I like this week. All right, so I got a QB, running back, 2 receivers. I still need a tight end and a flex. This is half PPR reminder. So, and there we go. I guess I'm going to take the tight end I dislike the least. Let's go for Evan Ingram. I know Beathard might play. But if Beathard plays, I feel like he's going to target him a lot. So there you go. Really, really don't like. I can't even think about any of these tight ends down here. What is this? Okay. So now we are already getting to the end of round 5. Let's see. Aaron Jones still on the board, surprisingly. Yeah, I know there's risk here, but again, it doesn't matter if he comes through with a dud. If he pays off, that's a good pick there. Got some upside. Hopkins does have big play potential. We've seen it. He scores touchdowns sometimes. Some questionable guys here. Wish I could just say play Jayden Reed. See what's going on here. See, it has this full update here. Yeah, Watson, forget that guy. He's not playing. Reed, toe and chest. Yeah, just very risky there. Yeah, a lot of risk everywhere here. All right, let's stay here at the top. Brandon Cooks, Geno Smith. All right, yeah, now Geno is going to play. He's back, so that might be a nice pick. Going against Tennessee's secondary. All right, there's Parker Washington. We'll see. We'll see if that pays off. And then one thing about stacks, you generally, if you don't have to do it, if you're going to do it, you want a QB receiver or a QB tight end stack. Don't recommend a running back and receiver from the same team, because in that case, unless you just really feel like this team is going to rout and blow out, like obviously if you do like a CMC and a Debo kind of stack, that's different. But chances are you don't get those two guys together very often. But generally, you don't want to split the difference between the rushing offense and the passing offense in your same offense. So not that I would ever think about taking more than one Panther, but for example, if Chuba Hubbard, I'm not going to draft another Panther. DJ Moore, I'm not going to probably draft. Not that I would want a Bear running back anyways, but you see my point. Like if I got Breece Hall and Garrett Wilson, I'm just taking a chance. Like, are the Jets really going to score multiple touchdowns and both those guys have big games? I know it's Washington, but still. So I wouldn't do that. So I picked Wilson because Breece was off the board, just shooting for that big game against that bad defense. All right, almost my last pick. Man, Jayden Reed right there, I would take him if I felt good he was playing. I don't feel good about any of these guys. And I got 10 seconds left. I might just go with the guy who has been rolling, and that's this Devin Singletary. Here we go. Half PPR. All right. So that's it. That didn't take very long, did it? We filled up. We got our teams going. Tyjae Spears. All right. I just realized that. I'm thinking maybe the Titans have to come from behind, pass it a lot. Interesting. All right. 2 more picks, and then I'll throw up the draft board so y'all can see. Got Scary Terry. There it is. All right. Here's the board. I'm going to leave it up for about 2 minutes. Going to review real quick, and then y'all drop comments. Let's see what you think. Who's the winner here? Who takes it? Hopefully everyone can see this. Team 1, Chaz. Got Ty Hill. Kenneth Walker, very iffy in terms of health, so very risky there, but we'll see. Addison and Chandler. Okay, so you got 2 Vikings. Goff and Conklin. All right, so I think this team definitely, besides Vikings, needs Hill to come through the big game. And then Team 2, Chattersons. Hopefully I said that right. Chattersons. MC Hodderson Sons. CeeDee Lamb, David Njoku in round 2. All right. Nick Mullins, Monty, Connor, and McLaurin. All right. I think running backs here, very solid. And then Seven Brock, I think he came through with a top 3 finish. Maybe did you even win one of these? No, you've placed before. Justin Jefferson, Bijan. I think that's a great pick in this format. TJ Hawkinson, Baker Mayfield, Calvin Ridley, and Spears. What's interesting about the Spears pick? We'll see how that turns out. My team, I went the Bears stack, Chuba, Garrett Wilson, Evan Ingram, Devin Singletary. It's okay. I feel okay about this. Tat guy went with Sun God, Mike Evans, Ferguson, Henry, Flacco, and Lockett. So, yeah, the old guy team. No, actually, I like Flacco this week. I think that's a smart pick too. And Henry, I know he let me down last week, but he should be a good pick. And then Sir Boomer, Rashad White. That's a good pick. DK Metcalf, Dak Prescott, Pittman, and Hopkins. And then Kyle Pitts. You just can't quit him, can you? And then Derek Lamont got Gibbs and Laporta. So you're going with the Lions here. And then Waddle, Godwin, Geno, and Aaron Jones. I think that's a steal there, getting Aaron Jones in this format in that last round. So that's good. And your receivers, pretty good value there to get Godwin in round 4. I think you got the best values out of anybody. And then Mr. Mike, Mostert and Etienne, Cooper, Tua, Cooks, and Kraft, a man after my own heart, taking the Dolphins here. Kraft, a nice late tight end pick. And then Aiden Matt got Trey McBride, JT, London, Pollard, Love, and Nico. So, yeah, I think this team, you're going to probably need something from JT. I don't feel like the other guys have, I don't think either receivers have huge upside. I like London, but again, for a big game, not necessarily like a week winning game. So let's see what JT does. And then Python to Brees and Achan, Komet, Lawrence, Stobbs, and Washington. I love it. Loving to roll the dice here. All right. So let's get back to... Oh, yeah, it's Miguel. All right. Yes, you did place first. Okay. There we go. So, yeah, that's why I thought. I knew you finished. I couldn't remember if it was first, second, or third, and we get them mixed up because we've been doing it every week. So, all right. So, Miguel, let's see if you can place again. Python. Yeah, I get why. But again, it doesn't matter what the projections say. It really doesn't. You know this. So don't worry about that. All right, guys. So what do we think? Which team you like best? If you didn't get in on the draft, hey, we'll do it again next week. But you can always try Underdog anyways. Before logging off, let me get to some of the people who are waiting, and sorry just because, had to get the draft starting. So let's get to, I think it was Ace Flame. There you go. Ace Flame. Hopefully still on. So 2 receivers in the flex, AJ, Adams, DK, Sutton, Rice, Godwin. Got to start AJ. I want to start Adams. Even though Geno's back, I'm going to probably put DK at the bottom here. I don't feel like the upside is as great. Sutton's solid, but I like Rice better. So it's between Rice and Godwin at the third, at the flex. I think Godwin has more upside. So I'm gonna go. I think I gotta change that. Rice, has been really solid the last couple of weeks, but if you have to shoot for that upside, I would go Godwin. They got to keep targeting him. All right. Let's see. Sorry, going through all the old comments about the audio. Graham McLaren. 8-team PPR. Flex, Metcalf or Jacobs. I don't know if Jacobs is playing. I don't think he is. I have to check to see if anything updated, but let's make sure before I tell you definitively. Eh. Yeah, because they play on Monday night. I mean, I would say it would be Jacobs if he's playing. It's an 8-team league. I guess the question is, if Jacobs doesn't play and you're waiting for Jacobs, you have Zamir White on standby. So I would say it would be Jacobs for me, as long as you have a decent fallback option. Mo, interesting. Mo saying Singletary's on the waiver, Singletary over Chuba. I just took them both. It's funny that you asked that. I like them both this week. I don't think I would put Singletary over Chuba because the matchup is tougher for Singletary going against Cleveland. I like Chuba this week, so I would pick up Singletary if you can drop somebody else, but I wouldn't put him over Chuba. No. And then Gabe wants to know Jacoby Myers, JSN, or Josh Palmer. I actually think it's Jacoby Myers here. Palmer is the what if he hits a home run kind of pick, but I like Myers. Myers was good against the Chiefs last time. He's been scoring touchdowns. So I would say Jacoby Myers here. All right, let's interesting. Okay, I get that. So you're thinking Heineke helps Pitts out here. He could. He actually didn't throw a lot to London last time they played, but this was just a one small sample thing. So yeah, I can see that. I think what we gotta bet is that Arthur Smith needs to win, and so maybe he'll actually do the right thing and throw it to his best players. All right. I think we're pretty much caught up. I got to all the chats I wanted to make sure to get. So don't worry, Start Sit Show tomorrow as usual. Thanks everyone for joining. Thanks for checking out Underdog if you haven't already. Okay. Hey, let me put this up. All right. So Boomer, I'm glad you brought this up because, okay, we did the weekly drafts. We did it again. We got the pick'ems. You know how that works. So he's asking about the playoff best ball. Yes, there's playoff best ball already. He's saying, why would I do this? We don't even know who's in the playoffs. So yeah, there's downside because you could definitely pick players who don't even play in the playoffs. But that's where this could give you an advantage because this is where it's riskier, right? You have no idea at this point who's for sure making the playoffs other than a couple of teams. But this is what makes it fun. This is where you get to pick. So you're gambling on the fact that you think that these guys are going to A, be on teams that make the playoffs, and B, then actually do something. And if you can identify a wild card team that wins and maybe even wins twice, or maybe even goes to the Super Bowl, and you got players from that team, you got a good chance to be in the money. You see what I mean? So yeah, that's the fun of it, is you're picking ahead of time. I mean, it's really not that different if you think about it. If you're doing a fantasy draft weeks before the season starts, there are guys who get cut. There's guys who get injured in the preseason. We know it happens all the time. You're gambling. You're assuming these guys are going to be valuable during the season, but you're not for sure. So yeah, to me, that's the fun. Now, I don't do them, just to be honest, I don't do them yet. I'll probably wait until after this week, and then I'll do one, even though the playoffs aren't set yet. Yeah, doing like 3-4 weeks ahead of time, that's a little too early for me. But I will say that doing this playoff best ball ahead of time is kind of fun, right? You can pick those teams before everybody knows who those teams are in the playoffs. So anyways, try it out. If it's not your thing, it's cool. You don't have to try it. You can try it. There's plenty of other things that you can do. All right, guys. Thanks. We'll do the results on Monday. Let's see who takes home the gold this time. And, of course, see you for Start Sit tomorrow on Sunday. All right. Thanks all.